A father, a provider, and a rider whose life was cut short on the job. Early this week, Fabio Norberte was stabbed to death by his passenger, drawing outrage and calls for justice. Now support is pouring in from several lawmakers. Hannah T joins us for the details. Hannah, you're joining us from Fabio's wake. What is the latest on this case?
Yes, the remains of slain Move-It rider Fabio Norberte Jr. have now been brought home to his family here in Santo Niño, Quezon City, as they continue to seek justice for his killing. Norberte was fatally stabbed with an ice pick and robbed by a passenger in Barangay 20, Caloocan City before dawn on July 14. CCTV footage showed the suspect, identified as 43-year-old Jeffrey Katakutan, attacking the rider just after getting off the motorcycle. Despite suffering multiple stab wounds, Norberte was still able to run from his attacker before he later died. The suspect then allegedly fled using the victim's motorcycle. Police said Katakutan is now in custody and is facing robbery with homicide and carnapping cases in Caloocan, on top of a robbery case filed in Malabon. Authorities also said the suspect had been involved in a similar case before, but assured the victim's family that the new charges recommended against him are non-bailable. My Senator Raffy Tulfo turned over 500,000 pesos from his personal funds to Norberte's family. Move-It, for its part, said the victim is covered by a 500,000 peso insurance benefit and that the company will also provide an additional 500,000 pesos in cash assistance while the insurance claim is being processed. Meanwhile, my Senator J.V. Ejercito, who is also a motorcycle rider, condemned the killing, saying he understands the daily risks riders face just to provide for their families, and called the attack both heartbreaking and infuriating. Senator Robin Padilla personally visited the family of Norberte and renewed his call to reinstate the death penalty for heinous crimes. Padilla said the brutal killing of the rider reinforced his belief that offenders who show complete disregard for human life should face the harshest penalties under the law. He also called on authorities to ensure that everyone responsible is held accountable, saying justice for Fabio is also justice for every Filipino who earns an honest living.
Hannah, can you tell us more about his family? I believe naulila ang anak niya.
Yes, naiwan ni Fabio yung kanyang 4-year-old na anak na merong autism. Actually, yung mas masakit pa rito, ayon dun sa ina ni Fabio, pumanaw na yung asawa rin ni Fabio nung 1 month old pa lang yung kanilang anak, kaya matagal na raw si Fabio na lang yung nag-aalaga doon sa bata at nag-iipon sana siya ng pera at yung pangarap niya kasing makapag-abroad para mapagamot yung kanyang anak at masuportahan nga dahil meron itong autism.
Kamusta ang mga magulang ni Fabio kasi sila na ang mag-aalaga nitong naulilang anak?
Nandito yung nanay ni Fabio, pero yung asawa kasi ni Nanay Carmelita ay meron namang pneumonia and he's actually 78 years old. At although hindi pa natin fully nakakausap si tatay, pero galing kasi siya sa ospital at pinilit lang niya na makapunta dito sa wake nga ni Fabio dahil this is also the first time in a while na nakita niya yung kanyang anak.
Hannah, you mentioned, dito naman tayo sa suspect, you mentioned na may similar case na rin pala itong suspect. Ano yung kasong ito? Can you give us a background?
Another motorcycle taxi rider named John Rick told Senator Raffy Tulfo na he was also robbed and stabbed by the same suspect who pretended na wala raw siyang cellphone to book a ride through the app at sinabi na meron daw itong emergency. Kalauna naman itong separate or isa pang motorcycle taxi rider na ito ay nakasurvive pero nawala niya rin yung motorsiklo niya na only source of income at sinabi naman itong si Senator Raffy Tulfo na he would personally buy this victim a brand new motorcycle.
Thank you. Hannah T reporting to us from the wake of Fabio Norberto in Quezon City.